I'm Danielle from Cageless Readings. So we are doing things a little bit different than normal. I am actually just on the floor, if you're wondering why there is some very hairy looking carpets. We did 3 Reiki sessions last night in this space, and the energy just felt amazing that I didn't want to change anything around. I just wanted to keep the energy as it was and do a card reading here. So it's a little different than normal, but I'm doing it because the energy in this room is just so amazing right now. All right, so for the card reading today, I found myself just shuffling some cards, and I found myself thinking, okay, I don't know what this card reading is going to be about, but I'm just going to put the intention that whatever you need to hear right now is going to come through. So I really have no clue what's coming through in this card reading as of this moment in time. We're going to find out together. So pile 1 is going to be this bear card. Pile 2 is this Phoenix card. And pile 3 is this Lion card. So please just remember, it's always in your best interest to be grounded when you choose your piles. It just helps the messages resonate. It helps you choose the right pile. Yeah, it's just a great thing to be. So take 4 deep breaths before choosing your pile and asking yourself if there's a message in one of these decks for you. If there's a message in one of these piles for you. And then just on the note of groundedness, I've actually felt very ungrounded today as soon as I decided to do this card reading. So I put like extra hematite here on the floor with me just to really help ground me and maybe your energy as well, so I can read it better and easier. Okay, and then for the end of this reading, we are going to be doing a sound healing and Reiki session. It's going to be really cool and really fun. If you watched last week's video, that was the first video it was in, and today will be the second one it's in. So we're really excited about it. We are still just learning, so please, our apologies if we're not experts at playing the singing bowls just yet, but we're really excited to incorporate it into our healing practice here. So it just gives us more tools to bring to you and to others. All right, let's get into the card readings. Hello, pile 1. You all chose the bear card. So let's just see what you all got and then break it down a little bit here. Be honest with yourself. Opportunity to forgive. The ocean. Relationship. And then we have a couple of cards from the Untethered Soul deck, and we'll just read those at the end. Okay, pile 1, so just seeing what messages are coming forward for you in this pile. A lot of this is talking about a personal growth journey that you are on. And when I want to start with the bear spirit here, I see that this bear is worried. They're in their head a little bit about what's to come, what's in store for them. And I think this is specifically around where you're going to go. And a lot of this is transforming into a new version of yourself. But this bear is only on the start of their journey. I'm really thinking about how bears here hibernate for all of winter, and they're just waking up now. And it doesn't matter if they don't feel like foraging for food and waking up and getting back to it. They have to, because they've gone months now without food, and it's time for them to leave their cave. It's time for them to leave their den. There's nothing for them there anymore, and it's time for them to get out there and um, find new things, find new food, find a new place to be. And that's very much where I believe this pile is right now. You've outgrown where you are, whatever that looks like for you, your job, your friends, your coworkers, your old interests. You've outgrown them. And now it's time for you to start heading into that new direction. So, like I said, I see this bear as symbolic of you and how you're feeling right now, where you're a little nervous about where you're going. It feels a little unknown and a little uncertain, but it's time to get going on that adventure. So then some advice cards from the angels for you. The ocean card is so interesting to me because when I see this card, I see an image of you and how you're in this place where you're ready to shed your old skin, your old ways. So it's actually talking exactly about what the bear is talking about, but you're hanging on to those old ways a little bit. They aren't right for you anymore. You've outgrown them. I almost see like that these old ways have lost their enjoyment, almost your interest in them, but there's a part of you that's still hanging on tight, but underneath already there's this new skin coming through, and it's the new version of you. So in some ways I was surprised that you didn't get a snake for for an animal card, but I think it's because the snake sheds its skin rather effortlessly, where the bear is coming out of hibernation, coming out of its like security, and is a little more cautious about the journey ahead. And I think that's more fitting with this energy where you're surpassing what you used to know, your old ways. They're now no longer bringing you what you need. You've outgrown them, but you are not totally sure if you're ready to fully transition into the new right now. It feels a little uncertain. So that's neat. So the suggestion from your angels, it says to the deep blue sea speaks to your soul, healing and soothing you. Even the act of imagining yourself dipping into its healing womb brings about desirable effects. Better yet, spend time physically near the ocean. Allow its power and beauty to wash away all cares and concerns. So I really do see that it's saying that your soul does good around water, and it may offer you a lot of healing and clearing right now. It will help you remove that outer layer, those old ways that are no longer serving you. It will help you feel like you can release them now. Water is very grounding, and I can see why maybe this pile could also be feeling very ungrounded right now because of this shift, this transition. Whenever we feel insecure about where we're going, what's coming our way, often we can start to feel ungrounded in our lives. So I think that message is very present just in the ungroundedness that I was saying was coming in for all of the piles that I'm reading today. So being around water, drinking a little bit more water, that all can be very supportive for you, as, like I said, it's very grounding, and your soul, as it's come through here with the ocean, does very good with water being very grounding for you. So for some of you who are into astrology, it could be because you have a lot of water in your charts. For other ones of you, it can just be because your soul resonates with water. You could come from a planet or a place where water was very important to you. So it doesn't always have to be astrology related if you have always been drawn to the ocean, into the sea, and to the water. Okay, so another message that's kind of repeating itself here as well is this desire for you to start vocalizing and bringing into the physical world this new version of yourself that's emerging. So where do I see it? With the Be Honest with Yourself card, and then actually one of these cards right here speaks about who are you. And I really do see that it's calling for you to start voicing and doing things that are aligned with this new version of you, this bear you, the one who's starting to come through and starting to shift out of the old. Because this is going to help you align with the things that are on the same frequency as you now. Because like I said, you are shifting, so it doesn't mean that all of a sudden everything's going to be different, but you're in the phase of starting to find that new thing, find those new people, find that new job, find those new hobbies and interests that are aligned with you now. So a lot of this is discussing to really work on your own relationship, your own self-image, on like how you perceive yourself. So when it says relationship here, it actually says, as you feel safe and loved within, so shall your other relationships bloom and prosper. Your primary relationship is with yourself. All this really does make sense. Especially with Be Honest with Yourself and Opportunity to Forgive. I do believe a lot of these are just all talking about within your own relationship with yourself, being more gentle with yourself, healing and growing and releasing negative patterns, self-destructive behaviors. So if one of the things that you're outgrowing right now could be old patterns, so say perhaps your friends drink a lot or do other things that you equate with a habit or a pattern that doesn't make you feel as good as you want or as present as you want to be. Sorry, but drinking is like the most common thing I can think of when this comes up. So that's why I'm choosing that example. Perhaps your friends often have to have a drink to hang out and do something fun. Perhaps your friends have to have multiple drinks to consider having a good time. And I just feel like things like that are the types of things you are outgrowing. These are the negative patterns for you that you are releasing. So it doesn't make your friends bad or anything necessarily negative. They're just not aligned with you anymore, and you are being called to change your ways because you're wanting something different now. And I really just want to point out the koalas in this card, the two koalas. They have caught my eye since the start of this reading. Okay, so I just quickly Googled it and what the spiritual meaning of koala was, and somehow, some way, the thing that popped up right away was that koala means no drink. So you can maybe blame it on Google being creepy and hearing my conversation that I was having with you just before this, or you can realize that if you've been considering drinking less or stopping to drink alcohol for a time, I think that's a pretty good confirmation that that could be something that your angels are definitely on your side with. The other meaning for koala, it had said, was a reminder that you need to take some time for yourself. And it represents friendships and reconnecting with people close to you, and that may include yourself. So definitely just re-cementing the overall message here. For that. The other thing with opportunity to forgive, I do think, just on that note of alcohol, that some of you might have some parents where there could be some wounding around alcohol consumption and your childhood, or them just being a parent for you and not always being what you needed them to be. So when I see opportunity to forgive and growth, I also get that some of you might have had a relationship or have like some anger or hurt that is still within you around that dynamic with your parents. So this is calling you to heal and release any stuck energy that might be there. And I just want to point out that forgiveness isn't always for them, it's for you, especially in this situation, because everything here is saying that this has kept you stuck, feeling that way, angered, or I don't quite want to say the word bitter, but just wronged. You feel wronged. And they're saying that that doesn't serve you anymore. That essentially, I just keep getting that you're ready for healing. You're ready for forgiveness. You're ready for growth and change. And those emotions associated with, I believe, this relationship and alcohol, whether it was for your own self in alcohol, for your parents in alcohol, maybe even for a spouse or a partner with alcohol, the emotions associated with that are no longer serving you in your highest good. That they need healing and they need forgiveness for you to grow and for you to heal. That makes me want to get right into this Be Honest card, where it says, be honest with yourself. Look into your heart and you will know the truth of this situation. It's safe to admit the truth to yourself, for we will support and guide you through any necessary changes. Lean upon us for courage and the strength to take good care of yourself. Focus only upon your true desires, and they'll come to you upon angels' wings. So I do really see that the angels are saying here that they want to assist you, and they see your struggles is another message that they're quite adamant about. They see what you're struggling with. They see what you're struggling with. They know everything, right? They see all things. They know, they understand. And I feel like they're saying, that they know you're capable of releasing anything that no longer serves you. You're capable of change. You're capable of surpassing your pain, is the word they're saying. You're capable of surpassing this pain and stepping into the version of you you're wanting to be. So they're really saying right now you're entering into a time where you're very excited about growth. You have like this true desire to grow, and you have a lot of inner strength. And if you're feeling overwhelmed or unmotivated or withdrawn, to take time to exercise in some way. So it could just be going for a walk, it could be doing a sport, it could be going to a gym. But I really do see them saying that when this worry or any overwhelm gets into the bear's head, into your head, that going outdoors and walking, exercising, having the sun touch you, being around water, that rebalances you, it regrounds you, it remotivates you. It truly puts you back on the path that you're wanting to be on, connected with this higher self of yours and connected with the nature around you. Because there is a lot of nature here. Notice how all these cards with images have pictures of the outdoors. That's not always the case. So you definitely have a good, deep connection to the earth. And I think when you're feeling, like I said, unmotivated, the thoughts are starting to get overwhelming or a little anxious, outdoors is key. So let's just read these Untethered Soul cards. They're by Michael Singer, if you've heard of him. And this one says experiencing energy. And here it says spiritual energy is what you are experiencing when you are enthused by something. And all this high energy comes up inside of you. So that sounds like excitement, joy, passion is when you're most connected to spirit, to the universe. And then this card here says awakening your consciousness. And we have, if I ask you, who are you? Your answer, I am the one who sees. From the back in here, somewhere I look out, and I am aware of the events, thoughts, emotions that pass before me. And this is just a really good quote on the concept of just because we have a thought, whether it's negative or positive, doesn't mean we have to give it merit. We have to give it our energy. If something like doubt pops up into your head, you don't have to believe that doubt is real. You can just let it pass by. That is your ego that has all this extra chaos going on, and you get to choose and determine what thoughts get your energy and what thoughts you decide are true for you and real. So I think this is just a little reminder there around that. And hopefully that will help you with this change you're coming into, this transition, this new version of yourself that you're stepping into. I do want to say for this pile, if you're drawn to these cards, I would perhaps recommend listening to the Untethered Soul. There's Audible, you can get the book if you're better with books. But I feel like there could be some good lessons for this pile in that book, as I think what the book talks about is going to be quite on point with what you're going through and what you're being challenged by in the next stages. So if it intrigues you, maybe just even try listening to just those little Audible 5-minute samples and see if something there brings you some guidance that you were looking for. Okay, I believe this is all I have for you about what your angels were wanting you to know. Just to sum up the reading, honestly, what I get is that they're saying that you are changing, you are growing. If you're trying to get rid of old habits, if you're trying to quit drinking, if you're trying to quit anything else that's become a negative pattern or habit for you, they're really on board with you. And they're saying that although it might feel uncertain and a little bit scary trying this new thing, you're destined to be successful at it. You're so strong, is kind of what they said. You have a great inner strength. You have a lot of motivation. And just remember to forgive yourself. Let go, release, and feel those emotions that first got you into that negative pattern. And like they said, be honest with yourself. You don't need to tell the whole world. You just need to be real and honest with you. If you need to keep it a secret right now, then they're saying that's okay. Then as long as you're being honest with yourself, that is a great step for you to be taking. And spend time near water, and make sure you're spending time with yourself and really working on your relationship with self, how you see yourself, your self-value. your self-love, your self-care, because your relationship with yourself is ultimately the relationship depths you can have with others. Where you cannot love yourself, you will not be able to receive love from others. Where you cannot look within yourself, you will not be able to have others see you there in that way. So there's really just a message on your primary relationship is with yourself, and every other relationship follows from there. So to attract, heal, or balance a relationship, then snuggle more closely with your loving self, and it said your creator, your universe. As you feel safe and loved within, so shall your other relationships bloom and prosper. I think I will leave it there for you all. You got this. There's a lot of healing going on, a lot of change going on, a lot of shifts, and a little bit of uncertainty, but that's because great change is on its way for you. All right, you all have a good one. If you want to have a little clearing, a little balancing, then go to the healing portion of this video. It's in the description box below. You'll find the timestamp. If not, best of luck. I mean, there are some great things coming your way. I can see you're a bit nervous, but overall, this is going to be a much needed shift for you to find a new way of being that you haven't experienced before. That's going to be a lot more aligned with you, and it's going to feel so much better. It's going to feel so much lighter, so much happier. Hello, pile 2. You chose this Phoenix card. I will just put all the cards down and we'll see what you all got. You actually got an extra Untethered Soul card. Okay, pile 2. Some of you might also watch pile 1. Definitely not everyone, but some people might feel called to both. They both speak about releasing old patterns, old things that don't serve you, and literally like burning them away. It's interesting because Kundalini energies come through a few times, but some of you, once again, I'm sorry if you keep getting this message, might have some suggestions to look into Kundalini energy, because when I see the Phoenix and it literally talks about burning away old patterns, old trauma, old baggage, old fears, old belief systems, that language itself instantly makes me think of Kundalini, because as it activates within you and it rises within you, it is, they say, burning away those old traumas and fears and emotions stuck in your body. And that might be something that you have been looking into, or this might be yet again another reading you're watching of mine where not all piles get Kundalini messages, but you keep picking them. So take that as you will. I actually want to read this card's description because I think the wording is going to be very, very perfect for what you need to hear and what is the focus of this card reading. So let me just grab the guidebook here. Okay, so here it says freedom from suffering and past karma, reincarnation. And what the description says is, we take a stand and decide to live consciously instead of being driven by the unconscious mind and his long list of fears and aversions. At that very moment, the spark of the phoenix is lit, and the great bird helps us burn through our baggage. We no longer run from who we are, what has happened to us, or what we have done. The stuckness and dead weight fall into the ashes, and a lightness and clarity emerge. As the stagnancy continues to smolder, the phoenix lifts our spirit up, and we begin to recognize ourselves. Again, we may catch a glimmer in our eye that wasn't there before. Look closely. It's a sign the fire of transformation is upon your wings. So I really do like the way it says that. And then I like that it says new partner, working on abundance, remembering that you are deserving. This innocent card. That's what I see, is that there's nothing that you should feel truly guilty for or ashamed of. You have done nothing wrong. You have done nothing that is unforgivable. You've done nothing that you cannot come back from, that cannot be forgiven by yourself or by others. The other thing that it keeps catching my eye is when I see this Phoenix card, the element they have in this card is related to a circle, but I keep seeing this as a halo, and I also see a halo over here, and there's also a halo on this one here, and it just really further cements to me that you need a reminder that you are a pure being, a love and light. That you may have forgotten that you may think sometimes that you are not a good person, or you are not doing the right thing or the best thing, or you've done things that aren't forgivable. That word keeps coming forward, that you feel like you've done things to be guilty about, to feel bad about having done. And everything here is reminding you that you are being a pure light. You are of light. You are good. You are a good person. And you are doing the best that you can. This card here directly says this. Beloved one, everyone is guiltless in truth, as no one can alter God's handiwork of perfection. Give us your feelings of heaviness so we can lighten your load. Give us any guilt, anger, or blame that may shroud your loving outlook. Enjoy the peace within your heart once more. It's really saying, if you think anything you can do can truly ruin something, can truly destroy something, then that is just a misperception. You can't make something that is good bad. It is always going to be good. It always is what it is. I hope that makes sense. So it's just saying that your guilt, there's like this need within you that wonders if you're deserving of punishment. And some of this might not be so conscious. Like maybe you haven't been accepting love from others. Maybe you haven't been accepting physical, financial, financial compensation for work that you do or for things that you're doing. And all this is coming back to this deeper belief in worthiness and guilt, not feeling like maybe you deserved it or are good enough for it. And this is coming up because this is what you're working on dismantling and getting rid of within your body. So Kundalini energy would be very powerful, or Phoenix energy, depending on what you resonate. It could be both, about essentially doing that deep work, that stuff that's hiding in the subconscious, those beliefs that have been learnt a long time ago and we didn't even know we learned them. It happened when we were so young that we didn't even know they became a belief system within us. That's the kind of level of work you're doing of release right now. Deep, deep release work. And I see like you're truly burning it out. So it's going to be transmuted, transformed. It is not going to be there anymore. I feel like that's the big thing I want to mention for this pile. Usually when we see doing inner child work or doing limiting belief work, sometimes it's something we have to do again and again. But I feel like you're in a stage now where you're just ready to get it out of this system. Literally release yourself of those limiting beliefs. which makes me want to read the first card of the Untethered Soul deck. It says, you are a great being who has been given a tremendous opportunity to explore beyond yourself. And it's from going beyond. So I always see that as going beyond our first perception, going deeper than that, going, I would say, into the subconscious, the truer, deeper version of ourselves. So here it says, just relax and release and deal only with what's left in front of you. You do not need to worry about the rest. This is living life advice. So relax and release, deal only with what's left in front of you. You do not need to worry about the rest. And this is very good for going with this new partner. It says, a chance meeting is no mistake. It is divinely orchestrated as a catalyst to set wheels in motion for the fruition of your prayers. Pay careful attention to new people we send into your life, but you will recognize them by your own sense of familiarity, comfort, and safety. So this, just to put in short, why these two correlate so good is it's really saying in different ways, you're being watched out for. You are a beautiful love light being. You are doing good things. You deserve good. You are getting help from angels. You are getting help from the divine. They are bringing the people you need into your life. They're going to align you, I think, with not just people, but even situations or circumstances that are the answers to things you've previously been blocked around. So if you've been having a hard time finding a place or the right teacher or the right course or the right, I want to say instruments for some of you. It doesn't necessarily have to be actual instruments, but it could also just be like a certain tool that you need that you haven't been able to get a hold of. You haven't been able to find something around that. They're saying, don't worry about these things because remember, you are just such a pure, pure being. Your intentions are so good. And they recognize that this is a block you're dealing with, this deservingness. Whether you're not sure of it, maybe you don't feel like this resonates, they say it is within there though. It is something that was taught years and years ago in your body. So here it says, to heal your financial situation, first give us your worries concerning money. We will guide you in order to show you how to create and accept abundance. As we work together, your financial situation will heal as fast as you'll allow. So this could literally mean finances, but I do believe it means in all aspects of your life. So if there's a block in abundance, it doesn't always have to be finances. It could be in the quality of relationships you're believing you're worthy of. It could be in the quality of love you receive from a partner. Maybe you don't believe you deserve a certain level of love or a certain type of relationship. Maybe you don't feel like you're deserving of it. It could be in opportunities. It could be in career success. You name it. When we have a bit of a block in receiving or in believing we are worthy, it can affect all areas of our life. So the angels are stepping forward saying that you are so deserving, and that's why they say it's as fast as you allow, because it's when you realize that you are deserving of it. You are a pure being. You are so, so good that there's nothing you should be ashamed of or be wondering if you should be deserving of it. That once you realize that and fully feel that and realize it, that's when these things will really be able to change. They said that they are helping you. So I think they are giving you lots of opportunities to receive better relationships, better opportunities in career, better opportunities to meet new, more aligned people or have a deeper connection in romantic partnerships, chances to increase financial abundance. I do believe they're giving you continuous opportunities. I don't think they're going to stop. They're going to keep offering them to you, but they're waiting for you to accept it and to accept more and more of them. I really have to reiterate here, everything here is saying that they're not just giving you a one-time offer or they'll take it away. Everything is saying this reality of abundance in all areas of your life exists and will continue to exist, but you have to believe you're worthy of it so that you take those opportunities. You say yes to those people, to those opportunities, to those finances, because if the block is not believing you're deserving of it, you will find a way not to see it as that offer or to think that it's too good to be true, or you know what I'm saying. They're saying that you will not be able to fully receive it until you know you're worthy of it. And then a thing I want to mention here too is music is showing up. So it makes me think that this pile could benefit from the sound bowl healing that's going to be at the end of this pile, but only ever do what's right for you, right? It could also just mean that you could be doing a lot of music therapy. You could maybe be going to singing bowls or some sort of frequency or music-based thing. And it's just really encouraging that. Or you might hear songs that have a lot of messages for you, but I really do get that this is going to be healing. So I do think it is more specifically intentional moments when maybe you're meditating with a certain mantra or a certain chant. That could be it. You could even be you singing a mantra or a chant to yourself, but something around that is really healing you, shifting your vibration, shifting your openness, like your heart center openness to receiving. So whatever it is that you have been doing, continue to do it, and just take it as it resonates. If you're so confused about this, then it might present itself to you yet. Chances where you might start to hear some form of music therapy or your own voice singing as a healing for you to open up the heart chakra. I didn't read this card yet, I don't believe. So it says, come to know the one who watches the voice, and you will come to know the one of great mysteries of creation. So this is definitely a great manifestation reference here about watching what the subconscious is saying in the background, and then understanding that what you let be your truth. So this is kind of referring back to pile 1, if you're from there, where it was saying like the thoughts you give power to, the subconscious thoughts that you decide are true for you, are the ones that manifest into the reality, whether it's positive or negative. You get to choose. So if you want to believe that you're not good enough at something, therefore you will not get an opportunity, then that will manifest in. If you choose to believe that you're an amazing light worker and you deserve to be supported so that you can be of service to as many people as you can and be financially compensated so that you can even reach further and help more people because your needs are met and you don't have any worries or stress around your basic needs, then those opportunities will come to you. It's really for this pile talking about that. What you decide to give power to in your thoughts, in your subconscious thought, will be your reality. Pretty cool stuff, pretty big stuff. So if you do feel called to it, the singing bowl healing will be at the end of this whole reading. Yeah. If not, don't worry about it. You just continue along your journeys. You keep doing good stuff. You're doing really great stuff. I feel like you don't always believe that when other people say it to you. So you really need to know you are bringing healing. Your intentions really are to be of service, to bring more light into the world, and that's coming through in so many places here. Like so many halos, so many things. You are a very good person. You are deserving of all your needs being met, of all the abundance you just desire, so that you can continue to be as fulfilled energetically, so that you can be of the most highest service of good to everyone else when you are fulfilled and happy. So don't forget that. You are of service when you are of your highest frequency and your needs are met. You help more people. Hello, pile 3. You all chose this beautiful lion card. So let's just put them down and see what you all got. A lion. You actually got 2 cards. This other one is the elephant. And then also everyone else got a pull from the Daily Guidance Angel deck, and you actually got the Archangel Raphael healing cards. Just felt right at the time, not really any other reason than that, but yeah, just felt like that's what this pile needed right now. So increased energy, avoid allergens, change physicians. Oof, you also got a lot more cards. Improving health. And we have ask. Oh, we have Steve the cat. Yep, that's Steve. Sorry, I usually sit with him. And I haven't sat with him yet today, so he's coming to me. So then we have a few cards by the Untethered Soul, Michael Singer. It's a book. But he also has oracle cards that has some quotes and references from his books, and they're just really good. So they are in this reading now too because of that. Okay, here we go. Let's start with the cards here, the animal cards. That's what we'll start with. So right away, I actually want to just comment on the fact with these 2 animal cards is the lion, I believe, is the energy that you're in right now. And then the elephant is a guide coming forward to help you get out of this energy, which is really cool. Yeah. So pile 3, the energy of the lion here is very young, in the sense that I feel like you are just at the journey, at the start of the journey of trying to obtain this lion energy, if that makes any sense. Like lions are, in this deck, I should say, in this card deck specifically, representative of mastering oneself. And I feel like this lion feels like it is just starting to learn how to master themselves. And with all this health issues coming forward, or these health concerns coming forward for this pile, this is actually why this lion card is coming up. So it's quite interesting, hey? Our physical health is pretty related to our emotional health, and I believe this is why you are on this physical health journey. If you've been having challenges like allergies or inflammation or autoimmune diseases, I have this impression for this pile that it is because you are learning how to master the cause of those physical health elements. So mastering the emotion or the root cause of why that physical response ever happened. So I'm just going to leave it there a little bit for you all. I don't want to go too far deep into that aspect of it, but I really just have to say, like, it's saying, like, mastering yourself, mastering knowing yourself, your emotions, knowing your whole body, physically, emotionally, spiritually, is the journey you're on right now, the phase you're in. And the elephant card is quite interesting to come up. So I'm actually going to read from the guidebook what the elephant means, because the meaning is very appropriate, I believe, for this pile. And I want to use the words it has because I believe it will be worded quite well for you. So it says, the elephant represents immense wisdom as well as good fortune. It is said that the great elephant is the destroyer of obstacles. So if this card appears when you feel stuck, rest assured the path will soon become clear. To add to the mystery, the elephant is also known to create obstacles in order to steer us in the right direction. Trust this gentle, noble creature. It illuminates the way with the light of self-knowledge. So it's really saying that it's coming in to help guide you down the right path, to help get you to the people you need, to the physicians you need, to the places you need to be. And it might feel like you're hitting a lot of obstacles, as it was saying, because the elephant energy will make things hard if it's not aligned for you. So if you're hitting obstacles, if you're if appointments keep getting canceled or things keep coming up and it's not making it very ideal and you want to cancel, but then you feel like you should be going to this appointment, it's saying that is a sign from the elephant that that appointment isn't the right one for you. That is not going to be the thing that you need right now. It's what other people might have said that you needed. And I do believe the solution that you're looking for your health is going to be found not in the place you were anticipating. I feel like it's going to be something that you didn't even think that would bring healing to physical health. And that's really interesting. So they're saying to keep a very open mind. And the other message that is so clear to me that the angels want you to do, and specifically Archangel Raphael and his healing angels, his band of healing angels. So there's a bunch of them that work alongside of him. They show me an image of you. It's not quite like this one, but this might be the best example. If you see how the hands are in this angel, they want you to be a little more T-shaped, but your hands must be open, palmed up, and just stand every morning. I know this sounds strange, but every morning you wake up, just stand up when you first wake up and put your arms out in a T shape, and your palms must be facing up and open, and just really draw your attention down to your heart, where your heart center is, and then say, Archangel Raphael and your healing angels, I give you permission for divine intervention for the highest good and love and light for my health. Something along those lines. But it's going to sound something like that. And this is where it's saying also here, where it says, ask for help, but they're saying the angels cannot bypass free will. You can say, want help with this, but they need your actual permission. For divine intervention is a word that you should use, because you want help with this and you don't want to do it alone. So I would use the word divine intervention, and to lead you to whatever is going to be the solution or help benefit you in your health. And like I said, this could be something that you were not anticipating to help with the physical problem you're having. It's going to be so unrelated, you're not going to understand. That is what they're telling me. They're going to say you think you should be seeking a type of physician, but they're going to lead you to something that you wouldn't have ever thought a non-physician would be able to do for you. So just keep an open mind. And I also think that's why Raphael is saying it's important that you give him permission for divine intervention, because they're going to lead you to this solution, to what brings you to this self-mastery of your health. Okay, that was really important. And I do see improving health, increased energy. I think this is all going to come specifically from giving Archangel Raphael and his band of healing angels permission to help you. Yeah, because it will almost be instantaneous. And it will seem so inconceivable to you, this pile, in some ways, that just by asking, one can receive so much help, so much health. But they're saying it is that easy. It is that easy. They literally can change your DNA. They can help change your DNA. They can send you the energy that they need. They can send that same energy that your body is made out of, and change it, repair it, shift it, increase it, decrease it where it needs to be. It's really quite simple for them. But they need permission. They need your permission to do this. Okay, that's what they're saying. So the little prayers they recommend here, it says, "Dear Archangel Raphael, thank you for your comforting reassurance about this situation around improving my health. Dear Archangel Raphael, thank you for filling me with the unlimited energy of divine love and light. And dear Archangel Raphael, thank you for leading me to the best healer for this situation. Thank you." Super cool. Definitely a lot around they can help you. Find the person that otherwise I think you would have a hard time finding. And also the modality that I don't think you would think of for this solution for your health. And then the other messages they're telling me about this avoid allergens, they're telling me that you do know what the allergens are, but when you're feeling insecure, unstable, like for example, if a parent contacts you, you might find that you're eating these things that make you feel unwell, and it's coming from a place of not feeling safe or being triggered, essentially. And you may know they're not good for you, but you eat them anyways because you're looking for some sort of comfort, some sort of control. Because even if it's making you sick, you have control of that. And there's something secure about knowing that, knowing the results you're going to get. It's strange, but humans do this all the time. We like security. We like knowing. We like feeling controlled. We like being comforted. So they're just saying that to me, like, have that awareness. If you find yourself eating something, they're saying it's because there was an emotional trigger. You started to feel unsafe. You started to feel uncomfortable in either what someone was talking about. So maybe someone's starting to talk about something that has a lot of anger behind it, or has a lot of tension behind it, or a gross feeling behind it, a negative feeling. And that's when you might find yourself eating or being drawn to these things that make you feel unwell. So here, the little prayer he offers for you to say to him is, "Dear Archangel Raphael, please assist me in identifying and avoiding allergens that may be toxic to my health and happiness. Help me to only crave healthy foods and beverages." So with this, it's very interesting. If you actually don't want to crave the food anymore, you can ask Archangel Raphael to remove that temptation. The problem with this is often we don't actually really want to let it go. So we can say that, but we don't really mean it. We don't really not want to crave it because there's something we're getting from that food that we don't want to give up. So if you are one of the people who's in a place where you can honestly say, I do not want to ever crave this, I do not want to eat it again, I truly want to have freedom from this craving of this food, then put that out there. But if you're not truly open and ready for that, and I'm no judgment here, I'm telling you that this is something that I've even faced with things that don't make me feel well. I'm not ready to let them go. They're providing me with something. So if you're in that case, you can say this, but if you're still craving the food, it's because full-heartedly you weren't actually giving that full permission. I hope that makes sense. Because they know what's going on, right? The angels can see everything. So if you're like, I'll say this, but I don't really mean it, then they will not do it, because they only want to do what you give them 100% permission for. They're very of light beings. They are not going to do anything that isn't truly what you're wanting. Okay, I want to read this here. So from the Untethered Soul deck, we have fear is a thing. It's just another object in the universe that you are capable of experiencing. And that's from Freeing Yourself. Very, very good card. It goes well with the avoid allergens, when it's saying because you feel fear doesn't mean that everything is going to be over, that it can control you. You are in control. True freedom is very close. It's just on the other side of your walls. And the Tao is in the middle. It's a place where there is no energy pushing in either direction. So I believe that's really coming from a neutral place. And this part I really see is talking about limiting yourself, your perceptions. So it's very, I don't know. I'm just going to kind of leave that for you to think about. So this one was going beyond. True freedom is very close. It's on the other side of your walls. And this one is living your life, living life to the fullest. It's the place where there is no energy pushing in either direction. Just being. Very cool. I think I'm actually going to leave this reading here. I'm just going to double check there is no other messages. Changed positions. The only thing I really wanted to comment about this card is it feels so powerful. And that's really why I kept saying, like, I believe that by you, like, essentially every day saying, I give you permission for divine intervention in love and light for my health, I think that's going to be a huge game changer for this pile, because I can see how much energy the angels are going to bring your way. Yeah, I don't normally see that to that extent, where I just see they're going to encompass you. They're really going to clear things. They're going to change things. They are going to bring in very high level healing for you. But you have to give them permission. And I believe the importance of doing it every day is truly surrendering to them helping you. Truly surrendering to that. And then just remember, if you're having a hard time getting to an appointment around some kind of health practitioner or practitioner of any kind, and you're wondering, like, what is up with this? This is them coming in and saying, that is them trying to divinely guide you to the right one. They will make it hard for you to go to those appointments because they're not in your highest good right now. That practitioner might be amazing, but they're not the right one for you right now, for your health, for what you need. So trust that judgment, trust that intuition. You are on a journey of self-mastery here, so you've got this. Okay, this is where I'm going to leave it. You all have a great day. If you feel called to it, the sound bowl healing is going to be right after this video. If not, like, don't worry about it. You just do what's right for you, okay? You all have a good one, and I'll see you around. Hello everyone. So today's healing session is once again going to be with the singing bowls and with Reiki, except for this week my partner and I swapped places. This time I will be playing the singing bowls and he will be sending Reiki. Thought it'd be fun to switch just because we have very different energy and it's just fun to try new things. That's what this channel is all about. So we are gonna start. Please ground yourself, take a few deep breaths, see if this is feeling aligned with you to do this right now. We're gonna try to do it for about 8 or 10 minutes or so. Please set an alarm for about 10 minutes if you're worried about falling asleep or being late for something, just to make sure that you do wake up if you do fall asleep. Do remember, just in case you haven't heard about singing bowls, if there's a sound that you really don't like, that's usually a sign that that chakra is more blocked than the others. Other notes here. We are still just learning, so sometimes we still accidentally scrape the bowl a little bit, and that is actually not what we're supposed to do. It just sometimes happens. So I don't know if that will happen, but it might. That is actually just our learning error. Otherwise, yeah, please feel free to lie down to receive this. You can sit maybe with a chair that has a back on it and close your eyes, but we're about to begin. So I'll give you a few seconds here while we get started. session. Please gently come back to your physical reality. Please be slow about getting up if you're lying down. Move your fingers, your feet. Stretch your neck. Drink water if you have some near you. And just be gentle with yourselves. At the start of this, I found some of the chakras were a little more blocked, but as we got closer to the end, I found all the bowls were wanting to play nicely, so that is a good sign that your chakras were more aligned by the end of it, so that's really good to see. All right, you all take care, wishing you the best, and we'll see you around.